Hey everyone, it's Anya. Welcome back to my channel, The Season of Anya, where we discuss all things yoga, magic, and witchcraft. And welcome back to part 2 of my Witchy New Orleans little mini series here on YouTube, where we check out Congo Square. So, if you plan on visiting New Orleans, Congo Square is actually in the southern part of Louis Armstrong Park. And it was an open space where the enslaved and free people of color gathered throughout the 19th century for meetings, open markets, and the African dance and drumming celebrations that played a substantial role in the development of jazz. Now, already what makes this concept so cool is that jazz, a very prominent music genre, especially in New Orleans, was developed here by enslaved folk. But really, let's really think about that and put ourselves in this scenario. No other place in the US, at least to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, no other place in the US allowed enslaved folks to have open markets, drumming, music, and dance celebrations. Nowhere else in the world. But because Louisiana was actually under both Spanish and alternating French rule, they implemented what was called Code Noir, which gave enslaved folk the opportunity to do all these things, to act as a free person, have one free day on Sundays, because Spanish and France were both under Catholic rule, which already in itself is incredible that they got this kind of freedom. What makes this even cooler is that obviously drumming and dancing, especially as spiritual individuals, we know it's not just making noise and being silly and goofy. It's building energy, it's raising energy. Furthermore, enslaved Africans, practice hoodoo and voodoo under the guise of Catholicism. So uh, these slaves were actually practicing magic. They were actually practicing their traditions and building hope for a better tomorrow, building synergy, building energy, building a better life for themselves in broad daylight. Oh, it's just simply incredible. So, today's video, I'm just gonna let you kind of just vibe and enjoy the park. Was my third trip to New Orleans, by far the best one yet. And let me tell you, I've been looking for this drum circle for a minute. Oh, and do make sure you stay tuned until the end, because one of the presenters of the weekly drum circles here at Congo Square actually delivers a really beautiful sermon about ancestral magic, the reason why we drum, and connecting that to our ancestors. And it was a beautiful moment on strength, and I tried to capture as much of that as possible for you all. All right, thank you all for watching. Madasi.
Aquaba.
Madasi.
Aquaba is a word from Twi. It's a Twi word in West Africa. Madasi is from the same location. Every time we come here, we pour libations in honor of our ancestors. So we're going to take a few minutes to do that. So thank you each for being here. I am Denise Graves. I serve as in spiritual leadership and administration for Congo Sword Preservation Society. Baba Luther is typically here. It's not well today. Little flu bug or something has him. But you know, drumming happens because our ancestors made it possible. So we're here today. Every time I say a stanza that you can agree with, you can say, Ashe. Ashe means it sort of is. It means you agree. Ashe?
Ashe.
Put your hand over your heart. I know you've been doing something good. You feel that beat? Put it on your neck. Can you feel your pulse or your temple? Not yet. Not yet. Now put it on your wrist. Now you got 23, 28 opportunities. Can you feel a pulse?
Yeah.
If you cannot feel a pulse, take your neighbor's hand and call 911. For libations in honor of the ancients, those who came before we arrived in the universe. For libations for those whose names you don't know, traditions we're still eking out, and we benefit from the long line of DNA we carry in our bodies. For libations for those who spoke languages and did cultures and rituals and had family constructs that we're still replicating because of something about them work. For libations for those who took care of the land, that we may have the goodness of the shade and the water that flows to be taken on these huge ships. We pour libations for those in the hull of ships. We pour libations for those stored in the dungeons. We pour libations for those who jumped overboard and those who were thrown overboard. We pour libations for those who gave birth and those who revolted. We pour libations because failure to remember their existence means that their lives didn't matter, and that is truly a lie. We pour libations because those same people make it possible for us to eat, drink, and sleep together and not walk around naked. This cotton is responsible for those great and mighty people. The sugar in our drinks are responsible for those great and mighty people. The blue we wear on our clothes are responsible for those great and mighty people. And the benches you sit on, the buildings you see, the gates you witness, and all the things that make a difference in this world come from those people. We pour libations for those Igbo, those Kissy, Mandinga, Bamada. We pour libations for the Fulbe, the Congolese, and those Angolans, the Kissy. We pour libations because if we don't remember the significance of these people, we say it's okay. That we pour libations for those who toiled during the period of enslavement for no money, barely a rag of clothes on their back. We pour libations for folks who didn't have enough food to eat. We pour libations for those who came here to try to find their kinsmen. Have you seen my wife? Have you seen my husband? Have you seen my child? We pour libations for those people who gave birth in the field. We pour libations for those who healed and those who died. We pour libations for the mothers whose stomachs were put in a hole in the ground, whose backs were beaten with whips, and they still somehow found a way to survive. We pour libations because our very existence depends upon those great and mighty people. Was it easy? No. Was it difficult? Yes. Was it horrific? Yes. Was it necessary? No. Did we allow it? Unfortunately, our ancestors, looking like a different kind of people, allowed and promoted it all just to get money. Is it worth it? It never is worth it to destroy human life. Never. We pour libations because we remember you. We honor you. We learn from you. We stand on your shoulders. We pour libations because I'm stronger because you existed and you survived and you thrived so I can be firmly rooted in this moment. We pour libations because the ground we stand on reverberates with your energy. We pour libations because every tree we hug has witnessed every tear you cried. We pour libations for the music that happens and rings in our ears for reasons we do not know. Oh, we pour libations because we know that these lives, these constructs mattered, and we remember you. We say, Madasi. We say, Gracias. We say, Merci. We say, Binya. We say. Mantundo, we say thank you. We say, Ashe.
Ashe.